The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I'm one of the hosts, Lowdown. With me, as always, is...
F.U. Hunter. What's up, you Satan-worshipping bitches?
Worship Satan. Well,
Satan!
It's weird. Was it Satan? I don't know.
Yeah, that was the goal.
Was that the goal?
Yeah.
Was that the goal?
Yeah. That was the goal.
Oh my god, this fucking movie this movie does not deserve to have the kills that it does in this film.
No, but if you're going to make just kind of a generic, whatever type of movie, have some fucking kick-ass kills in it.
Yeah.
Some random cameos and kick-ass kills.
And a baller fucking soundtrack.
Yeah.
I actually listened to that.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago. Because everyone's like, oh, it's like this Doom Death thing. And I'm like, from Foo Fighters? What? Okay. Sure as shit. It's like fucking awesome and heavy.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh, the song they're playing, it sounds like straight up like old ass like Caius.
No, but there's like a whole album.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
what they're playing in there,
yeah.
it sounds like Caius, like that heavy fucking like.
It's fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
So
kind of surprised that's devil's music apparently.
I get it. So tonight on the chopping block, we're gonna be talking about 2022 Studio 66. Wait for it. 6.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, so it's the Foo Fighter horror movie that...
Two things I never thought would come together to say...
Well, three things. A Foo Fighter metal horror movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is arguably... Not even... I mean, this is the heaviest thing that I feel like any of those musicians have ever done.
Yeah.
Music-wise. Like, we all know Grohl has, like, a heavy side to him, but...
Well, no, there's a Dave Grohl album called Probot, in which he plays...
I forgot about that.
He plays all the instruments, but he had lead singers from different bands show up. He had Lemmy. He had a song with Lemmy. He had a song with Max Cavalera. Like
I forgot
a bunch of motherfuckers.
That. Yeah.
And he separately recorded each. Yeah, separately recorded each instrument and then mixed it together. And the only thing he didn't do was the vocals, and it's pretty fucking good. So there's a little bit. At least I knew he had that kind of like dip his toe in metal.
I remember when that happened. But then, like, it went away just as quick as it popped up.
Yeah, it was experimental.
Yeah.
I mean,
I never listened to the album.
I mean, so people forget that, like, literally Dave Grohl played drums on the Tenacious D's first album.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And he played drums for Queens of the Stone Age.
Exactly, that same period.
Yeah.
So it's around that time where he's like, I like the Foo Fighters, but I'm doing other shit.
What's like, I also do more than play guitar and sing.
Yeah.
I was originally a drummer.
Yeah.
So... go back to that. And I love how they bring that up in the movie where he's like, hey man, we're both drummers. We speak the same language. And he's like, that's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Because like he sets up the drums in the beginning when they get to the house. So, all right. So the premise of this movie is really centered around the ridiculousness and the kills, but there is somewhat of a storyline. Foo Fighters need to record their new album.
We do open up to like this chick who's...
Oh, that fucking shit was cool.
We're in this house. Chick sees dead bodies, freaking out, and then... hammer to the head.
Oh no, there was something before that for you. There was a little something before that. She was crawling.
Yeah.
Why was she crawling, Hunter?
There might have been a bone protruding out her. God damn
that they tried to that she focused on and then she touched.
Yeah.
She kind of touched
you don't need
to
touch
touch it. Touch your
It's there. It's not supposed to be outside your skin. Guess what? Mystery solved. You know what I don't need to do? Touch the exposed bone, because I know where bone is. Bone is supposed to be in the skin, not out the skin. Oh god!
Oh, dude, I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, he's got a lot. Because it wasn't just like a lot of times in movies when it happens, I kind of giggle a little bit, but it's usually like a flash.
Yeah.
No, that shit was like, she's crawling. Okay, she's still crawling. Why am I still staring at this bone? And then she touches it. I'm like, was that necessary?
I like how this movie does have kind of a checklist for both of us.
Oh yeah.
We open with that. Yeah. And there's a scene near the end that's eyeball eccentric, and I was just thinking. Okay, so somebody's listening about the two things to get to us and said, put it in the Foo Fighters movie.
That shit was rough, too, because it didn't kill him.
Yeah.
He just wandering around like, which, that's, like, so that kind of eye trauma is what fucks me. The shit that happened in Stitches, I don't give a fuck about that. Like,
the close up where it always grasped the eyeball.
Yeah,
'Cause
like-
it didn't just go in his eyeball.
Yeah.
But like the metal outside clamped too.
That's what I'm saying. And like, that fucking me. But like, just like the umbrella through the back of the head from stitches, I didn't fucking care about that shit. But like that shit was rough. That eye trauma was rough.
Bro,
but yeah, so that went down on that. But then the killer beats her in the head with a fucking hammer.
And it's not
rad.
just one time. You get a lot, some kind of practical early on. I was like, all right,
Okay.
it's a good way. If for people like us, give us a quick practical effect. All right,
Let us know.
it's a little appetizer.
Yeah.
Let's walk. We'll go. We're more accepting at that point.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
because
then,
the next, like, I'd say 30 minutes, it's definitely playing it up more for the comedy than the horror.
and it was funny.
Yeah, and
Like-
there's some like actually good shit in there. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of the people in the band actually, there were some people whose acting was a little sketchy, but other people in the band that just kind of rolled with it and it worked.
Yeah, I feel like the keyboardist was just eating the shit out of it.
Oh yeah, no, he was having fun.
But
It's
like
kind of
the other good, not
Pat Smear, but the other guitarist.
Yeah, the other guitarist. He was kind of like, not. And then I hate to say it, but the dead drummer
Taylor Hawkins.
Taylor,
He was okay. Yeah. Obviously, this is Dave Grohl starring.
Oh yeah,
And then,
that's what I'm saying. Dave Grohl, like I remember, like he did a Hot Ones either it was like right before the premiere of this film or like literally right after, and we've all seen tons of interviews. We've all heard stories of people that I got a chance to meet him random out and about. Like he's just a cool, chill fucking dude. But literally, the entire movie when he's not possessed, that's how he acted on Hot Ones.
oh really?
So like he was not acting.
Yeah.
He's just shit talking. Like, dude, on his Hot Ones, what the fuck is the host's name? Jesus Christ. He's been doing it for the beginning.
Man, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah. Anyway, he like kept after like every two wings, he kept but he kept like, all right, let's do shots. So he was doing Blacktooth Grins shots the entire
shit.
episode.
Yeah.
They were just getting drunk off Diamond Vinny's favorite fucking drink. I'm like, I want to fucking hang out with this dude.
Yeah.
So like literally when I watched him, I'm like, he's not acting. He's basically just being himself.
Well, one nice little.
I think
trick
there
that
are parts
they did-
where he's acting.
Well, but they also brought in actual like Jeff Garland from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
yeah.
Whitney Cummings.
She was the helper or
The
whatever.
neighbor.
And then what's his face from the Goldbergs, the old school comedian.
No, that's what I was saying. You talking about Jeff Garland?
I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah, I always think about him from Curb Your Enthusiasm. So.
Yeah, he was funny.
But you got Will Forte.
Well, yes, MacGruber.
Yeah.
Dude, it was awesome.
So you got these like random ones that like these actors, but then you also have these cameos that I'm wait a second, because I remember they're setting up when they decide to move into the house, and I'm like, is that fucking Kerry King?
But dude, they made Kerry King a fucking roadie.
I know.
And then like he's setting up the drum, he's like just a 16th of an inch to the left, and you literally would see Kerry like not even move it, and then thunk, he gets a snare drum right to his fucking face.
Yeah.
He just looks so pissed. But dude, his death is one of the gnarliest ones. No, I think we all can agree on what the best one was, but we'll get to that one. This one, with him being like basically fried like a fucking chicken,
Yeah.
and then when he comes back and he's all demonic and fried,
Which
that
works
shit was
out.
awesome.
Yeah, and
that
you
shit
know
was
what?
awesome.
You know the one thing that didn't surprise the movie is seeing a demonic looking Kerry King.
No.
Like, I can't tell you specifically where I've seen this before, but I feel like I've seen this before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And does he age?
No,
I think the only thing that's happened.
Not since he decided to shave
Shave
his
his
head.
head, yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Oh,
only
you're
age.
right, dude. Like the fucking Seasons of the Abyss, he looked really, really old.
Yeah,
Then,
and
like, he
then
shaved his
the next one he shaved
his
it
head,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, dude, it was so cool to see him in that. Yeah, that was a fun cameo. But you know, when they're finally mixing the album, and I just see the white ponytail.
Well, let's say this. All right, real quick. They set up where pretty much Jeff Garland's their manager.
They're set to record another album, and they're bored of. We've been to every fucking studio. You know, we've been to them all. We want something fresh. You know, what about the Zeppelin and the fucking castle and the dragons and the wizards? And he's like, oh, you want dragons and wizards, huh? You want dragons? You sure you want dragons and wizards? He's like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then when he agrees and he gets the house, remember they do Pearl Jam High Five?
Oh yeah,
They called it Pearl Jam High Five from 10. That's so dumb. And,
oh no, there's several references because literally another part where he's like, "Well, Jeremy's spoken."
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? But what I was gonna say is that they're setting that up, and then you get to the credits.
Mm-hmm. Credits were sick too.
And
good animation.
As I'm watching the names, and then it pops up for who did the original score, and it's also one of our cameos. And let's just throw it out there, motherfucking John Carpenter did the score to this. And I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. Mm-hmm. And then as I'm watching the movie, up pops fucking John Carpenter.
Yeah. So when they're finally mixing, like they record everything, they bring in they had set up the mixer board upstairs, but they bring in for the final mix, and they don't show you this face right away, but I just saw this white ponytail. I'm like, oh no, fuck no, dude, fuck yes.
I had a feeling.
Fucking Carpenter. Yeah, because you saw him in the credits. It's like, you know.
But still, that's kind of fucking cool. I mean,
and then he actually gets a speaking line, but you see him rocking out too. Like when it hits a certain part of the song, he's just like, you see mouth like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking just so sweet.
I will say this, man. I went into this movie cautious as shit. I mean, it's like you almost could go, oh, is this just an extended music video?
Not at all.
But not at all. It's a legit movie, and has good practical effects kills in it. Mm-hmm. I was really surprised, and some of the dialogue is actually pretty funny. And
in reality, let's be real about the Foo Fighters. Okay, like this is technically the first just 100% hardcore horror thing they've done in their career, but every single one of their videos is like a fucking 5-minute movie.
Oh no, I always remember
they've always done.
When the Everlong came out, there was a Evil Dead feel to it because of the way they filmed it, and it was in the cabin.
It was in the cabin, yeah. But I mean, every video they've ever done has been like a mini film of some sort. Like they've never like. Well, okay, I'll say early on, they started doing more of the standard video stuff later on in their career. You know, like. But they used to be very, very like There Goes My Hero and.
Oh, dude! Back in the day, every one of their videos was like, you know, I mean, there's the Learn to Fly, all that shit.
Monkey Wrench.
I forgot the beginning of Learn to Fly. Tenacious D is in there hiding the drugs in the cafe area that gets everybody fucked up.
Dude, the fucking Big Me video was the fucking spoof on Mentos commercials. Like they've always done this over the top stuff. So it may like as I'm watching this, I'm just like, oh, this feels kind of normal.
Again, and the medium you're working on, I mean, like. With the exception of a few longer music videos, you're still working in like a 5 to 6 minute setup. Yeah. So going into a movie, that's where I was worried.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, is this going to carry for like an hour and a half? And what they did was
dude, it was almost 2 hours. It was like an hour 47.
But what they did was they said, all right, you know, we're going to make it silly, but we're also going to incorporate some deaths in it, some good kills, and just to have fun. Yeah. And that's exactly the way to look at it is, there's some parts of the plot that are pretty stupid, and there's things here or there. The demon creatures are pretty basic, that they're just red eyes or whatever. But you know what? And there's a lot borrowed for properties that we love. Say, I don't know, the Book of the Dead.
I mean, dude, down to like the fucking light bulb filling up with blood. Yeah. Like, literally Evil Dead. I mean, it's book bound in flesh.
In my opinion, if you took The Shining, mixed it with a little Evil Dead, and then put in, whatever, and just put it in a blender, this movie, but not as strong as any of the ones I just said.
Oh, well, dude, I mean, Burning reference?
Yeah.
Killed him with fucking hedge clippers.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's like literally, I don't think I think a rewatch is needed to. Because I'm sure there were some references that were missed. Yeah. Because it was really, really heavy.
Well, I'm just saying, you kind of lean on they get to this house, and of course Dave Grohl is struggling to come up with new songs, feels pressure, and you get kind of that Jack Torrance Shining where he's just starting to kind of lose it, trying to come up with this new album. So you get that part of it, and then obviously you find out the basement of this house is where the fucking dead raccoon fucking hanging out, like this book that kind of is like the previous band had set up, and that's why this place is all
well. The previous singer, got apparently the 90s. They and it's funny, the reference in the 90s, like people were referencing like the 70s. Remember, she's like, oh, it was 90s. No one gave a fuck. We were just whatever.
I will say, I was curious if the lead singer of that band from the 90s
who the fuck was
going to be anybody that, but no, it wasn't.
Yeah, who the fuck?
Like I saw the bald head. I was like, wait, it's not going to be what's his name from Tool or somebody like that.
Yeah.
It set me up for a second, but no, it wasn't Mayer. So
yeah, he probably been like, no, this is dumb.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could have been like the guy from Live, or like any other bald singer.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know any other, REM.
That's true. No, the REM one would be actually kind of funny. But so I mean, we build up where Dave Grohl pretty much finds this book in the basement, gets possessed.
Well, he has visions first. That's where the Brent Carey King thing comes up. Something kind of calls him to the basement.
Right.
Remember? And then
he plays the recorder down there.
He finds
and it has a song.
Dream Widow. He plays it, and that starts waking shit up, and that's where the thing, the light bulb fills with blood, and it starts telling him to, finish the song, and all this shit like that, and then he lets the demons in, and because the book doesn't come out until towards the end of the film.
Right, I guess as the neighbor's telling the knowledgeable neighbor that has all the information that didn't tell anybody till it was too late.
That was a horrible karaoke version of that.
God.
That was
I think that was the point.
It was just, oh God. I was like, it's one of those scenes where you're embarrassed for the actor having to act it.
I know
those scenes,
but I appreciate that because you know what? Nobody wants to hear their own song sang to them in that way.
No,
It
was like, what are you trying? You saying I sound like James Hetfield? Because she was just doing that, what the fuck?
But that's Whitney Cummings is the neighbor who apparently at first is very nice, and then come to find out has all the information they need about the origins of the prior band that died in the house, but just didn't say anything for the longest time until after band members start getting killed.
Yeah, and so the band members start getting killed once he welcomes in the demons, and apparently he creates a new musical key. It's L.
That's
L
right.
sharp.
L sharp. Yeah.
L sharp.
Yeah.
And they're like, what was it? What's his face was like, you created a new musical key. And he's like, fucking right, I did. I'm like, what the fuck out of here, man.
Also, he comes up with the musical interactions, which is pretty much a pentagram.
It's a pentagram.
He takes the nails and then takes yarn. He's like, so it goes from me to Taylor to and it's like
one continuous.
That's a pentagram. He's like, well, that's how it works.
No, but the music's really cool. Like then they just start writing, because kind of the band deaths kind of happen relatively quick.
Yeah.
Once the possession starts taking over more and more, like. What was one of the first kills?
Well, you find out that the ceremony can be completed once the last song.
It's supposed to be one long. Remember, it's like a 35-minute song.
Yeah, which is funny because they're like, all right, he's like, the album was done, just one more song. He's like, you're not gonna try to make it like a 20-minute song, are you? And he's like, no, 30-minute song. Yeah. They're like, what the fuck, dude?
So all that's left is the drum tracks towards the end of the movie that need to be recorded. That's how far they've gotten. But in the meantime,
it's a good thing because
as the band members stop recording their parts, he's taking them out. Well, he kills MacGruber.
Yeah, he kills
with the head
Will Forte is the delivery guy that keeps trying to send him to give him his demo, and he runs. He thinks he sees Dave Grohl in the woods, goes after him, and gets his head chopped off, a la The Burning. So that was fucking cool.
And then the dude's face melt to the grill.
Yeah,
it was pretty
I think
rad.
that's the next one. That was the other guitar
players.
Yeah, and pretty much and that sucked because he gets head slammed into the grill. But then right after that, then he's stabbed in the fucking neck, and you're like, dude's already burning like a motherfucker, dude.
Well, then Dave Grohl's eating him.
Yeah.
He's literally got the rib cage on the fucking table. It's hilarious. Oh, it's so fucking
And they're
ridiculous.
all looking at him like, something's wrong with Dave. Like, he's eating a human rib cage. There could be a problem with that.
And then, dude, so this is my...
Well, you have your hint before that. I forgot about that.
Huh?
When they order food and Dave Grohl's eating... which is obviously like
a rare steak
and just like juices are coming out of his mouth. That was pretty fucking funny.
It was funny and disgusting. Yes, I was like,
now let's all right,
dude.
I don't know what your opinion is.
This is my top kill.
Oh, it's all right. So the neighbor comes over, gives information. The keyboardist is like,
he's been trying to fuck that since she did her sorry karaoke version.
Yeah,
and finally, like
they're gonna fuck.
Oh, dude, those fucking Tiger Speedos when Dave's like, those mine? Like, yeah, I borrowed them.
Like, who the fuck wears those?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
But they're fucking.
they're fucking.
And then you cut to.
No, it's important, the song. They're fucking to the song Lumberjack.
That's right.
You know, I mean, lumberjack, baby. It has like the fucking chainsaw solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking to that song. Who the fuck did that song?
Was that Jackal?
Jackal. Yes,
Yeah.
it was Jackal.
I was going to say, because I can only think of one band that has chainsaw in their fucking music.
Yeah, lumberjack. It's Jackal. And so they don't notice that there's actually a chainsaw being started from under the bed. So right when she's coming, the chainsaw comes through her fucking head.
So when Whitney Cummings is coming.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Chainsaw comes through her head, and then right into keyboard's fucking head, and then just straight down. Dude, the greatest thing is when they split. Like, she's just...
Yeah.
Dude.
They split, but it's a pretty phenomenal kill.
Oh, yeah. So the practical effect that you see of him split in half, it was awesome.
Because they're quivering, and then they split.
Yeah,
and
dude.
It was really...
It was really good.
That's where I was kind of like, okay, now...
Yeah, that
right.
was...
Bravo,
guys. I
guys.
was very impressed with that. That was fucking rad. And I mean, the drummer death with the cymbal was...
It was all right.
But it was a standard, like, chop decapitation through the mouth.
The problem is that after the bedroom scene, there are other kills, but that bedroom chainsaw in half was so good that everything else seems kind of basic. Yeah, Taylor gets the symbol to the face.
That's like a generic decapitation.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not generic, but it's still cool.
Yeah.
Because he flung the fucking symbol, but like, you saw that, like, Wrong Turn. You've seen that in so many 80s horror movies where you got an axe to the fucking head and it went through the mouth. Because for special effects purposes, that's the easiest thing to do, and then the body can drop. You know, it's like, that's been done.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Then you have the last two, the bass player and Pat Smear.
That was creative as fuck, though.
Which I like, because Pat Smear's like, I know how to hotwire the car from under the van. He's trying to fuck with it. Pushes the wire up. Goes, I guess, through the dashboard into the fucking bass player's
and it does
eye.
somehow hotwire it, so the car starts,
and
then he runs over. You just see this, like, really good practical effect of him actually crushing his... You know, a lot of times
it looked like a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Pat Smear's head was a pumpkin, yeah. But, yeah, still...
Ah.
Because I was like, wait, are they not killing every member of the band? No, they killed them.
Can we talk about the ball kicking contest that was going on at the same time between...
And that's what I was going to get to, is that as this is going on, it's revealed Jeff Garlin, the whole thing was a setup because he wanted them to record and finish the song so that they could bring about the rise of Satan and everything like that. So Dave Grohl's like, well, fuck you. And they start fighting, and then Dave Grohl kicks Jeff Garlin in the balls. Jeff Garlin kicks Dave Grohl in the balls. You're like, okay. And then... repeat. And all that's happening is now they're just kicking each other in the balls over and over again.
I feel like at some point you would actually, like, rupture one, right? Like,
yeah,
I feel like
something would happen.
Something would happen.
They're so just motivated.
And, anyway, and the secretary is there they made a Star Wars reference there to Obi-Wan or something like that because they were wearing fucking robes.
Oh no, yeah, he's like, fuck you, Obi-Wan looking motherfucker. But I guess, quote, he defeats him, but now this whole band is gone, so now he's just playing solo.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to him at the waiting for rehearsal. And okay, so we already have enough random ass cameos, and then what's his name from fucking Westworld? Is the stage manager that goes and knocks on the door.
But what's his name?
Guy, I can't fucking remember. He was in that Hulu movie we covered, Treehouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is his name? Yeah.
But anyhow, randomly he's in it for like the last 20 seconds of the movie.
But apparently Dave's still possessed, or he just stayed there and got repossessed. I don't know how the fuck that worked.
Who knows? And you know what? They're like, do you really need us to explain?
No, I don't.
Cut credits.
No, I didn't need any of that. No. But there's so many fun things. Like, remember when the bass player and what's his face? The
Pat Smear?
Pat Smear.
Yeah.
Are like going over the possession rules and they're reenacting them. That shit was hysterical. It's like, oh, they can't digestive system goes away, and you see Dave go just throw up, and he's like, well, no more no more oatmeal beer bongs for Davey. I was like, what the fuck?
Or, by the way, something else I forgot to bring up is after they are able to unpossess him, Dave Grohl, when he goes into the pool, comes out, and then he starts throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just a little throw. It's 20 to 30 second scene of Dave Grohl just projectile throwing up
Look how much
chunks
Yeah.
of the fucking bass player. Or not of the guitar player.
But think how much human flesh he's got in his stomach.
Yeah.
Like raw human
Because
flesh.
literally Pat Smear's like, that looks to be a lot of, what's his name? And then, of course, it forms into...
the old band, the old lead singer that
Old lead
started the
singer.
whole thing. Yeah.
But,
oh, God.
which again, that was actually a pretty cool practical effect of when you see, like, all the chunks, the throw up, form into a human form and everything. I thought that was actually... There's a lot of stuff here I'm like, wow, I'm more impressed than I thought I would be with this movie.
Yeah, no, there definitely were some just, oh, shit, surprise moments. You know, I gotta agree. Oh, and the scene when, like, they find the book and the raccoon starts making... I'm like, oh, God.
You mean it starts throbbing? Like,
yeah. And then it starts breathing and like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
This is definitely... I'll throw it out there. It passes for me.
Yes. That's a party movie.
Yeah, and I was going to say, there's
day.
some dialogue that's actually pretty funny in this, but again, it's one of those, everybody, hold on, check out this kill. All right, back to the party.
But even, like, I mean, yeah, it's definitely that, but honestly, this movie is still a good, like, sit-watch film.
Yeah.
If you like...
It's kind of a retro thing if you think about it, because back in the day, you used to have bands that would have themed movies, like fucking Kiss meets the whatever, and like stuff like that. So you don't really have anything like this these days. Like,
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, it was a really, really fun watch. This movie, like, I was going to say it earlier, but that would have given away. This movie does not deserve to be as fun as it is.
Yeah.
At all. Like, at all. But it is. It's a fun fucking movie.
I was shocked. I was shocked. And, you know, I read a couple reviews on it before I watched it. A lot of people, I don't know if they just had weird enough high expectations on this movie. And,
the bar was low, bro.
And that's the thing.
The
For
bar
me,
was low.
I went, all right, prove it.
Yeah.
And they're like, how about a little Carrie King, John Carpenter action? I was like, all right. How about some practical effects? I'm like, all right. And just enough there. I'm like,
and the one sex scene is just completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. That was brilliant. Like, I knew there was it's a horror movie. There's gonna be at least one sex scene, but that was just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, this is my favorite part. It's the fucking lumberjack. Who the fuck still listens to that song?
Exactly.
Like,
they found a use for that song. You know, somebody from Jaguar got called and they're like, what? The rights to that song? Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Hey guys, we're making money again. We made money.
No shit. But no, and honestly, guys, there is stuff we're missing. This is another reason why I do want to rewatch is because, like, I want to see what else I missed.
Yeah.
Because I was like so like. At a certain point, I was just so captivated by the fact this is actually keeping my attention. Like, it surprised the fuck out of me. I thought it was going to be enough to where, like, you know, okay, they made a horror movie. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know? So, and the music, I really fucking dig. I do really, really dig the music. That was a big plus for me.
Yeah.
Especially the surround sound. It sounded really, really good. But, yeah. So, that's it, folks. Check it out. Fucking, I think it's on most, like, paid streaming sites now that you can pay to rent now because it's out of theaters.
Yeah, it's out of theaters, so it should be.
And hopefully, I mean, I'd buy a hard copy of this.
I think I might have to too.
Yeah, I would buy a hard copy of this. I would. So that there you go. That's the final tell. Is like I would buy a hard copy of this fucking movie.
Yeah, and the challenge almost is like, oh, hey, y'all should have people over and be like, hey, y'all should check out Studio 666, and they go, what the Foo Fighters one? And you go, yeah, the Foo Fighters one. Put it in, be like, and then they'll have the same reaction we had, which is, holy shit, that was actually pretty fucking good. Yeah.
So, hit us up at lowdownbrown.gui@gmail.com if you caught it in theaters. Let us know. Or if you go rent it after this and you dig it, let us know. Like, if this inspired you to actually want to watch it and you trust our opinion, that's fucking rad too. Let us hear that shit. We like to know that, you know, we haven't let people down. Or we have, and you think we're idiots. Either or, honestly.
You fucking hate us. Yeah,
either or. We don't, fuck it, whatever. So, and, go to GIPodcast.com. You can check our links. The first link is Amazon. You click the link, takes you to Amazon. You log in like normal and shop. That's all you have to do is just go through our link, and we just get a little kickback for you going through our link. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you can pick up.
You can probably pre-order this movie, or you know any other movies we mentioned, like Evil Dead or Burning, or
it'd be kind of weird. I was gonna
any Foo Fighter album.
Pick up The Shining, The Burning, Evil Dead. Get a little taste of everything before you watch the blender of a movie of those movies.
Yeah, I mean any John Carpenter film, that you know, because he's in it.
Yeah.
If you don't own all of John Carpenter's films, like you should, well, through the
Halloween,
80s.
Halloween 2018, which you can hear one of his newer scores.
Yeah, there you go. See? Plenty of stuff to do on Amazon related to this movie, damn it. And the next link will be TeePublic. That's where all the merch is for every show under the network. Every show's got at least 2, 3, 4 designs, and there's just a bunch of tangential, fun fucking designs that, yeah, it's just fun stuff. You can get on everything from a shirt to a tote bag to banners. I mean, tons of shit. And also, while you're on GUIPodcast.com, check out all the other shows on the network. We got something for everybody, and it's all good fucking shit. So until we speak to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.
Mike the Hobbit here,
Lowdown Brown.
inviting you to check out Geek Some of the Influence, a podcast that pairs booze with conversation with good friends.
And a little nerd culture.
We get a lot of colorful conversation out of our episodes, but it is here for everyone, no gatekeeping.
Always level up everything we do.
We'll punch up, never punch down.
Exactly.
So check out Geeks Under the Influence everywhere you get your podcasts and join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit. Welcome to GUI Nights.
GUI Nights.
Yeah, I am Lowdown Brown. With me as always,
Mike the Hobbit.
this is the tangential side of GUI.
This is like so many of those other shows that has the after the show bit mixed with a little bit of Baywatch Nights, so it's a little sexier. It's a little bit after hours.
Also while tying it into the previous episode of GUI. So look forward to that too, because this comes out the week after the flagship hour-long episode.
So make sure to check out GUI Nights, and when you're done, you can...
Go the fuck home.
Hey guys, Scotty P here with Smash on your left. And we are the Geek Fathers. That's right, bringing all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent.
So welcome to our world.
And as always, join us
Or cry.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
Two men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
join Mike the Hobbit and Tondi as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch Show.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
Embrace the madness.
My name is Amy Bogard,
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
and we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots,
F.U. Hunter.
your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May the schlock be with you.